Three, two, one. How to turn shit. 4 secrets to turn shit into self-realization and success. Hello there. My name is Loto Vázquez. It's a pleasure to be with you for just a couple of minutes to talk to you about the framework that we're going to be sharing in more depth this next Thursday, 9 p.m. Berlin, Paris, Madrid time. Wherever you are in the world, you can Google it and check when is it gonna be for you. And I want to share briefly what are these 4 secrets. And the first one, I'd call it Lao Tzu's secret. The second one, Einstein's secret. The third one, Yoda's secret. And the fourth one, Paramahansa's secret. And and these are the secrets that I've used and I am using with each one of my students to help myself and help them turn shit or turn subconscious blockages, fear, doubt, negative emotion precisely into the fuel to experience what we want the most in life, which basically is happiness, fulfillment, bliss, eternity, presence, inner and outer success, inner and outer self-realization. And the story for me, and I'll be sharing more with you throughout the week, and especially in this masterclass on Thursday, which I will be super pumped. You share it with your friends and family and anyone you think it can benefit from it, and also yourself. But the story that I want to share with you today is that my name is Loto, and loto in Spanish means lotus, the flower. And I don't know if you know, but this flower is being used as a spiritual symbol for thousands of years in Buddhism and also in Egypt. This symbol is from Egypt. This flower of life, maybe you know it. Do you? But the point that I want to share is that this flower is being used as a symbol, especially because it grows from the mud, from the putrefaction, from the shit. And this is not the name that I've given myself, at least not consciously. It's been the name that my parents gave me. And it's actually pretty rare because even today in Spain, in many countries as well, but in Spain for sure, which I know closer, I don't know about your country, you cannot really give any name to a child. You need to give a name that matches some of the expectations of how names should look in that specific country. In this case, in Spain, right now it's more open, but even today, the parents of my godson wanted to give a not so common name to my godson, and they couldn't. Because it didn't match those regulations when they went to the registration to try to give that name to my beautiful godson. But 39 years ago, actually almost 4 years ago, which is when I was born, 19th of January, just in a month or so, I'm gonna be 40. So 4 years ago, when my parents went to try to register me, so weird, they got the opportunity to name me Loto. Actually, this is quite uncommon that I share because it's not only Loto, it's Loto de Aquario, which means Lotus of Aquarius. My parents were hippies when I was born. Maybe in their soul still are, even if they are not living in the same hippie community that I grew up in. But that's such a weird name that my parents were able to give me and actually register me with it. So Lotus because of the flower, and I go more into that in a moment, and the Aquarius because of the era of Aquarius. And why I'm sharing this with you, how is this relevant to these 4 secrets to turn shit into success, inner and outer success or self-realization? Because the Lotus grows from the mud, goes from the shit, and then turns into that beauty, into that self-realization, into that enlightenment, into that flower that actually expels any dirt because of the consistency of the cells of the petals of the lotus flower. Have you ever seen a lotus flower? Anyway, That's a little story on me. Um, but really, the point is, just a few years ago, when I was still a monk, I've been a monk for over 10 years. I will tell you maybe more details in these days if we keep getting to know each other more. And if you know me, I'm going to be sharing new stories like this one, maybe, and also from a different perspective. But the main point is how to understand the four secrets to really turn anything that seems to stop you into more self realization inside and outside, inside of you and in your life, in every area of your life. And when I was still a monk, but I was at the end of that career, I had this mentor who told me, you need to find a way to turn really what's stopping you into your unstoppability. He probably used different words. His name was Manel, and he was such a powerful guy, working especially with entrepreneurs, and he was helping me because I was at the time starting a new project. The point is, he was right. And in those few days after that conversation with him, I had this really, really challenging time. Maybe you are going through something really challenging, or maybe you've been there, or maybe you know someone who is going through that situation. But in that really, really tough emotional and labyrinthic process that I went inside of me, this crisis, you can call it, I discovered Manel was right, and I really needed to find a way to feel safe first with that tremble that was going on inside of me, and then be able to turn that shit into fertilizing that discomfort, that darkness inside of me into more beauty, into more freedom, into more power. And once I've learned to do that, and now I'm privileged to share this with others, then I am unstoppable. First, I feel safe with whatever happens. I can get back to aligning everything that goes through me, no matter what, with no exception. And therefore, I am unstoppable, and therefore, I can inevitably build a life that is more and more congruent with who I am truly and with what I truly want. So, in essence, we are gonna learn to turn shit, to turn our darkness, to turn our shadow, like Jung will say, um, and turn it into blossoming, into flourishment, into self-realization or success inside and outside. Um, and the first key is to face it, and we are gonna go more deep into those four keys or secrets. The first one by Lao Tzu, or inspired by Lao Tzu. The second one inspired by Einstein. The third one inspired by, who was it? Yoda. And the fourth one inspired by Paramahansa. You may know all of them, quite likely. And it's an honor to be in this short journey, at least this week, with you. Sending you much love. I hope you have a beautiful day or evening or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. And I see you soon, and for sure I see you Thursday, 9 p.m. Berlin, Paris, Madrid time. Thank you for watching, for sharing with anyone you think can benefit from this. And like always, devour your fears, your excuses, follow yourself, follow your gut, live your purpose, live the life you dream, be the change you want to see in your life and in the world.